and these group of fans deserve better. It could be a while before we see them back in the Premier League again.
We're looking at fans of all ages, of old and young, and the children, many of the children at the game today have never known Sunderland outside of the Premier League. Explain to us, Robbie Mustoe, in that area of the country, what this now means, what are the ramifications?
Yeah, and I think it's so powerful.
So Sunderland have bottled it once more, yet again, and it looks like we're getting relegated. Well, we are getting relegated.
Sunderland! Don't you know, pump it up, the Sunderland's going up. Don't you know, pump it up, the Sunderland's going up. Come on! Guys, we've done it. We've actually done it. And before we start, as you can tell, my voice is in absolute pieces. Couldn't care less. I thought about giving it a couple of days before letting it heal and then speak to you guys, but I thought I can't let you wait any longer. I'll give you my most authentic self, and that is this broken man you see before your eyes. But my God, was it worth it? Friday in Trafalgar, Saturday at Wembley. It was just absolutely incredible to say Sunderland are now a Premier League team. And before we get into anything as well, I want 1,000 likes on this video. 1,000 likes. Can we do it? I'm sure we can. But also, one thing I want to say, geez, my voice, it's going to go. I'm sorry, this might only be 5 minutes long of me rambling, getting emotional, getting excited. But that's what it's all about, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? That's what it's all about. But what I've been saying to a lot of Sunderland fans, particularly after the game, and particularly the more younger fans who have never seen Sunderland in the Premier League, or they've never seen a promotion like this into the Premier League, I said to them straight away, because they start talking about, oh, how are we going to do in the Prem? Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? I said, leave it. Don't worry right now about what may or may not happen in the Premier League. Do not worry about who may or may not sign. Do not worry about who may stay, who may go. Right now, you need to bask in this victory. Fucking bask in it, because that's why we do it. That's why we love the club. That's why we travel up and down the country week in, week out. That's why we spend our hard-earned money on the club, to cherish times like this. You don't accomplish something and then straight away onto the next thing. No, make the most of it. As a fan, enjoy it. Have yourself a pint, maybe one too many like I have done several times over the weekend, or get yourself a Coke if you don't drink booze. But yeah, just enjoy it. Absolutely enjoy it, because this fan base deserves it. And this is something I was saying as well on that topic. Just because this club has been through hell over the last 7-8 years, be it back-to-back relegations, losing playoff finals in League One, losing semi-finals in the Championship a couple of seasons back, that doesn't give us a God-given right out of sympathy. Oh, well, you deserve something. Not a chance. We need to earn it. And my fuck, did we earn it. Apologies for language. My God, did we deserve it. I know Sheffield United fans will totally disagree. You know, commiserations to them, but I don't care at this point. I just do not care. But yeah, it was an amazing weekend. The Friday, of course, Trafalgar. I want to say thank you to you guys, not just because of support on the channel over the years and this season, but over the weekend. The sort of love that I received was, I was lost for words, which is something I know you don't usually associate with me, but I was genuinely speechless and very, very emotional, particularly after the game yesterday. But on Trafalgar Square, to hear so many voices shout jamsarny, you know, the name I gave this channel all those years ago, for whatever reason, it still stuns me to this day, hearing people scream jamsarny from left, right and centre, and just seeing so many of you guys and just embracing us and giving us a cuddle, having photos, whatever it is, and having chats with you lot. It's still surreal, and it just doesn't sink in with me. And I just appreciate the love so, more than you know. And I can feel myself getting emotional now, because it's just, for this channel in particular, and for me, and I'm not just trying to make this whole thing about me, of course I'm not, but it's just relevant to what I'm saying. I've been doing this channel now for 7-8 years. The first year or two, first few years, it was mainly a FIFA channel, And then when we got relegated from the Championship, I thought, right, I've got a bit of a platform. I'm going to use it to vent, give my opinions, someone to moan at, and you guys seem to pick up on that. So you've seen myself personally go through the shit with Sunderland, and now we've come full circle back in the Premier League, and I can bring it you on this channel. Do you know what I mean? I can show you my journey. It's there for you all to see through shit games, through Accrington Stanley away, and now we're going to the Etihad. Do you know what I mean? We're going to Old Trafford. We're going to the Emirates. It's just absolutely surreal. It really is surreal. Yesterday at the game itself, at Wembley, of course, straight away, Anthony Patterson with an absolute world-class save. From the amount of stick I've given him, and a lot of fans I've given him this season, credit to him, 30 seconds in, to get to that level, to get to the ball the way that he did was insane. The lineup was changed. I thought he was going to stick with the 4-4-2, but he went with the 4-2-3-1, dropping Wilson to the bench, Mundell starting, of course. And that first half was very, very poor, I will say. And I kept on saying to everyone all weekend prior to the game, giving my predictions and my thoughts. I was saying, if they score first, I just can't visualise us clawing back in the way that we've been playing, particularly against Coventry. Of course, it was more of a defensive unit, but that isn't the way we went out. And then that first half, we just didn't offer anything. We looked predictable, easy to play against. They made a handful of chances. Of course, they broke as well, which gave them the lead. They had that disallowed goal, VAR, and I still stand by the point that I hate VAR, but on the back of yesterday, I might have to change my mind. Here. But that gave us something to cling on to, because up until that point, we had nothing. We were just really, really poor. But the second half, he changed his system a little bit, tweaked it. He was very ballsy in bringing off our captain, Dhannoo. And of course, we saw the likes of Watson come on, who I will get to, Wilson come on as well, amongst others. And we played so much better. We kept hold of the ball a lot better. We were making half chances here and there, as opposed to creating nothing, as I say, in the first half. And we looked so much better. And that, Paddy Roberts come on, and again, he's another player who's got a lot of stick for not maybe giving us the numbers that we believe a player of his calibre should be giving us in terms of goals and assists. But he came on and he did change the game, in my opinion. Cutting into right to left as he does, and he actually come off a lot. His assist to my ender as well, which was a rifling finish. And when that goal went in, I was celebrating as a viewer who was sat to the left of me as well, who I was chatting with all game, and we were crying. There's full-grown men, full-grown women all over the place that were in tears. That went in, and there's a young lad who was next to me, it must have been 14, something like that, and he's with who I'm presuming was his dad. He was crying his heart out, bless him, absolutely booing his heart out. And then when we scored the winner, the young lad was consoling me. I was in hysterics. You could not control. I was sobbing my heart out when that went in. When Tommy Watson, again another player who's got a lot of stick, and only a few weeks ago, I was screaming and shouting and saying he shouldn't be playing for this club again. I think at the time, I still stand by the points I made, because it seemed like he was very half-arsed. He's even said in his interview that he was very aware of the backlash from fans, so I think that probably did get to his head a little bit. But I think he just saw the chance yesterday of how amazing, as he said it himself, it was like a script that couldn't be written. You couldn't foresee it. For him to come on and produce it, it'd be the best goodbye ever. And he's just become a legend. He's just become a legend. For the way, of course, I think it was Kiefer Moore tried to play it back to his man. He's accidentally given it away, and Tommy Watson just latches onto it. And it just took an age for the ball to roll into that bottom right-hand corner. But what a finish in the 95th, whatever minute it were. And pandemonium. Never seen an atmosphere like it in my life. I was in tears. But then I thought to myself, once the celebrations sort of died down after that 2-1, to make it 2-1, I had kind of wiped the tears away from my face. I was like, Joel, you look a dickhead now if they score. Don't let yourself get emotional now. Keep going, keep chanting, keep screaming, keep shouting. As you can tell by my voice, we need to see this out. And then the second that full-time whistle went, the floods reopened, and I just could not stop crying. And I'm just so unbelievably proud of this club. Not just the players, the manager, the staff, but the fans. The fans, man, they're the best fans in the world, bar none. I do not care what anyone says, and they deserve it. That kind of following up and down the country, particularly away from home, and the atmosphere we know we can create at the Stadium of Light. Of course, over the years, it might not have been as great as we have seen it because of what we're seeing on the pitch, be it League One or what have you. But we've seen it against Coventry, the potential of the Stadium of Light. But the following in general is what I'm basically trying to get to. is outstanding, and it is the best club in the world. And guess what? It's in the fucking Premier League now, son. Come on! Oh, I'm so happy. Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. As you can tell, my throat is in bits. I love you and leave you.